Boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Predator News Now.
How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing so well.
Same.
I'm loving this weather.
I know.
I'm like your typical white girl, just burning candles, relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
Watching all those shows on Discovery. Speaking of, you guys, we have an update, a couple updates to some stories that we told you guys about. And I think one of them you guys are going to be really hooked to. I think you're definitely going to be a Discovery Plus subscriber.
Yeah, we might need to get on that. Let's see who we got in chat. We got Tanya, Tristan, Richmond Against Predators, Haley, Becky, Beginning Hope, Courtney Elizabeth, Nova, Koopa, Jules, Robbie, Constantine. What up, everybody?
What is up, you guys? We definitely appreciate you guys coming back. We did say on Monday that we were going to have a special interview today. We actually have to push it out until the end of this week because there are a couple big premieres happening like right at 7, around 7, and we really don't want to take into too much of that time.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to just get through this as quickly as possible. Well, not as quickly, but
we
you know
we got a
what
lot
I'm saying.
to cover. Anyways, let's hop right in. See what we got here. We got some good first time milestones for some people. First one we got here is coming from People v PREDS, and he just hit 1,000.
I'm so happy for him. So we have been shouting him out since he had like 150 subs, maybe
Really,
even
low.
less. I think Cup may have even created his Discord. I don't know. We've been rocking with him since the beginning. So I am so happy that he hit 1,000.
Yeah, he's at 1,150 right now, maybe even more. You know, this is a little delayed.
Yes, and we have some crazy updates that happened to him within the last 24 hours. So we'll get to that a little bit later.
Next one we got here is 570 Predator Catchers, and we showed you guys him the other day at 50 subs.
Yes.
And that video that he dropped with the pastor.
Yep.
Going crazy.
It's going crazy. You know, today when I was pulling some of our news stories, I just typed in child predator into Google and then typed in news. And I swear to God, there were like 12 different articles on him.
Yeah.
So super incredible. Big congratulations to him for his second catch and already making that much news. That's
Right.
absolutely incredible. I told you guys he was a gold mine.
Yep.
I called it.
The next one we got here is coming from TCOY. Finally hit that 5,000 mark.
Oh,
Amazing.
another one that I'm so happy about. One of my personal favorites.
Yeah, it's hard to grow a channel. It really is.
It is, and she's been in the game. We're going to also cover her a little bit later, so I'm going to save all of my love for TCOY for a little bit later in the episode.
Do that. Yeah, do that. The next one we got here is coming from PCI, 15,000. It wasn't too long ago when we announced his 14,000, so he's growing pretty fast. People love Eric. People love that whole operation they got going over there.
Absolutely.
So shout out to Eric. He was really pleased about that. The next one we got here is PP Toronto coming in at 19,000.
Nice. Is this okay? Is this our second account? Because for some reason, because I was like,
their main account has like 150.
Okay. Because every time I see that, I'm like, wait, that just does not seem right.
So shout out to Matt over there. The next one we got here is Courtney Elizabeth coming in at 19,000.
Wow.
Pretty good.
She has just blown up, and it's honestly so well deserved because there's really not a lot of female catchers. I can count
No.
on one hand how many female catchers there are.
There's a few.
And honestly, I think she's a little bit tougher than some of our main catchers. So definitely props to her.
The next one we got here is Colorado Ped Patrol. 52,000.
Nice.
Doing big things. He just hit 50,000, I think, on the last episode.
Yeah. I mean, he's one that has not missed one of our episodes. So big congratulations to him.
And then the next three are Alex with the first one, Gordon Flowers at 9,000, your boy at 21,000, and his main channel 162.
Nice. Big congratulations.
So shout out to you guys. It's cool to see some newer channels hitting these milestones, you know?
Absolutely. I don't know about anyone else, but I always get really excited when new catchers come in the game, and I like to see their names. I like to see the creativity of it. So huge congrats. And Alex is probably one of the only people that can start up as many channels as he has and get them all blown up. So big congrats.
And then into our community updates, the first thing we want to share here is coming from Arizona Predator Prevention. They're big on YouTube or on Facebook. If you don't follow them there, go look them up and shoot them a follow. But they posted this missing person and endangered juveniles out of Fort Mojave. So we just wanted to share this 2 12-year-old girls that ran away from their residence on Tuesday. So if you guys are in the area, or if you want to share this post from Arizona Predator Prevention, you know, it's always good to get more eyes on this type of situation.
We'll also post, we'll make a post on our Instagram. So if you guys want to screenshot it and share it, you can do that as well.
Yeah. So thank you for that. The next thing we got here is coming from PPMASS. He's going in front of the grand jury tomorrow.
Yes.
And this is a pretty big deal, I'd say, because I haven't seen a catcher go in front of the grand jury and present the evidence to see if, you know, this guy is deserving of charges. But judging from this video, I'd say yes.
Yeah, and even PPMASS said that this is his first one, not his first court case. He just went to court last week, got a guy convicted. He's had multiple convictions, but this is the first one that has gone all the way to a grand jury. And he's actually said he's kind of on the fence if tomorrow they may just take like a plea deal like the last guy, because last week he also kind of thought that this was going to be the start of the process. But either way, incredible job. He's always in court for the right reasons. So great job.
And he's got I think 14 convictions. So shout out to that. And then the other update we saw was Carlos. I believe that's the guy that he was trying to get some help for.
Yep. We've talked about Carlos a lot on this episode. And when we had PPMASS on the episode, he gave a lot of clarification on Carlos. Basically, PPMASS caught him. He did not call the cops. Some people were like, why the heck did you not call the cops? So Carlos actually has a daughter. He is a single father. And basically, long story short, is that a lot of these predators say, I will keep in touch, I will go to therapy, and then they never hit the person back up. So PPMASS said, look, I'll give you 1 week, we'll get you into a counselor, and you'll keep in touch with me, or on Sunday, I call the police. Well, Carlos has maintained contact with him. PPMASS said that they talk every single day, and he goes to a therapist, Carlos, and Carlos opened or signed papers to his therapist to let PPMASS know everything that's going on. So after Thanksgiving, Carlos will be on PPMASS's channel for a follow-up video, and it's going to be live. So the viewers are going to get to ask Carlos any questions that they want. That's
going to be interesting. I'm sure a lot of people have some questions for this guy.
I think it's going to be like one of the first success stories in our community.
Let's hope. Let's really hope. Yeah, no, this guy isn't Carlos. This is the last guy, but we were just giving a quick update on Carlos. The next thing we got here is coming from Richmond Against Predators, one of the channels that we love.
One of our favorites.
If you're not subscribed to Richmond Against Predators, go check them out. They're doing amazing things. They're also on Facebook, but they're on like their 11th, 12th catch, and they have a news article here that we saw. Henrico man attempts to expose potential predators by filming encounters.
Play that.
Play that.
Is committed.
Go ahead.
Roll back.
Trying to stop potential predators before an illegal act is committed.
8 News reporter Ben Dennis is live in Richmond tonight with more on how this group operates. Ben.
Well, Eric, Indiana, we know that police departments here at home, they already do this kind of work undercover, but locals are taking it into their own hands. And while it's not potentially illegal to expose potential predators this way, it could be unsafe.
Why you think that it's okay to come and meet a 15-year-old girl?
Cornered and caught. Men allegedly trying to meet up with who they think are underage girls around Richmond, confronted on camera. Videos posted to Facebook, some streamed live.
You told her that you were gonna cuddle her, but also her like crazy. You said that, right?
The man nods and says yes. Others admit to knowing they're meeting an underage girl. The girls don't exist, but the man behind their online profiles does. Richard Sexton from Henrico County.
I personally know people that have been victimized by sexual abusers. It just inspired me to want to make a change.
So he started Richmond Against Predators in September, launching a Facebook page to share the confrontations.
So you've done this before? Then I gotta call the police on you. I don't care if you're here to play Monopoly with a 15-year-old. If it's my daughter, you're getting popped with a couple shells, brother.
Yep.
Local police departments already do this work, but Sexton thinks that's not enough.
So if I'm able to get 13 of these guys to arrange a meeting with a minor, you know, why isn't more being done?
Richmond Commonwealth's attorney Colette McEachin weighed in on the circumstances surrounding the gotcha moments, saying this is not criminal entrapment, but could be very dangerous for everyone involved. Do you feel unsafe going into these situations?
No.
Why not?
I think about the 13-year-old girl that they could be meeting and picking up and causing major harm to, and it just immediately kicks in my defensive nature to do what needs to be done to stop that kind of stuff in our neighborhood.
Anyways, incredible job.
Shout out to Richmond Against Predators doing their thing.
Absolutely incredible. We love them. And if you guys have not heard, Richmond Against Predators is an acronym for RAP. So if you have not heard their song, definitely go catch it.
Go catch that song. So shout out to RAP. Big things.
And I do want to just put a little disclaimer. We never watch the chat, so hopefully the mods are doing whatever they have to do, although we don't want anyone to be banned or anything. Generally, we like open speech, but we do see a lot of different catchers in here. So we want to let everyone know that if you are a catcher or a major decoy that has a channel, you have been modded. We don't want you to time anyone out. We don't want you to drop any links.
They can drop their links.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They can drop their links. But the only reason we have every single catcher and no one is discriminated is that way if a catcher comes in here, there's no fake PPMASS or anything.
Accounts.
So if you see that person, you know that they're the real deal. So we just wanted to put that little disclaimer in there.
And on that note, if you're in our Discord, we said that we won't be posting any live chat comments. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that want to ruin that and create impersonating accounts for PNN.
Which is fine.
Do your thing. Do your thing. But we're going to just back off of that so you guys, the fake accounts, can go ahead and run amok because you know, it's sad that there's nothing you can do. You can't really check to see if it's the real account. And if it looks similar, I mean, someone might take it as, you know,
right. So we're not going to say much of anything else, but unless you see us, there are a couple catchers that we are a mod in the PNN. If you don't see us as a mod, it's really not our account. But even if you do see us as a mod, we're probably not going to be in the live chats. We're definitely watching, but we're not commenting.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that people want to ruin that, but it is what it is.
Moving on.
The next thing we got here is DAP was in an interview with, and this was on a channel from Kid L, and I don't really know the guy, but he does a lot of rap. He does a lot of like, you know, I think
is he like a producer?
He's not a producer. He just does a lot of videos, like, I guess, what's the word? Looking at rap, like new rap, you know, reviewing it.
Okay.
So this was like his first kind of channel or episode that was a little different, and they had DAP on there, and I thought it was kind of interesting.
So we're not the only guys that do this. So like, but we've been able to just kind of build it slowly and just organically, and like just kind of kept it like It's been like the best kept secret, I guess. Like people always find out. Like you find out. That's why we were like kind of like we did like a little tour. We drove from Fremont, Ohio to Denver, Colorado, and caught like in every city. Like on the way, it was like Route 80, I think, is what it was. Right. Iowa City, we caught this woman named Beth, and was our first World Star video, and that kind of like blew us up to like be like kind of nationwide. We were kind of just more Ohio and stuff.
So yeah, it just goes into like a bunch of the backstory for the channel.
I absolutely love these type of videos. We're going to talk about NVCAP a little bit later, but I am just loving these videos and podcasts and everything where it lets us see a different side of the catcher and kind of more of a personal side and what they're just catching, because not every person's world revolves around this.
Right.
It's a big portion, but it's their job. So we get to see a different side. I think it's super tight. As always, we will link it below.
Yes, go check that one out. And then in other podcast news, Skillset Live did an interview with TCOY the other day. And what they do is their podcast and their channel, their magazine, they kind of go after different kind of jobs and things and kind of learn the skill set of that particular job.
I love that.
So they did one on predator hunting with TCOY, and it was just really cool to see TCOY doing the interview. We love TCOY.
Double standard, first off, right? So don't come at me where, well, it's been in our culture for years, and you'll throw a dude off the building because he's gay, but yet you'll have sex with young boys
as long as they're not related. Because we just learned today that incest is crossing the line.
There you go. Right.
Oh yeah.
So
that's where the line is.
It's so such crazy. A mess, and it's such a
But there are predators that have this fantasy about impregnating a young girl and the girl having a baby for them so that the predator can groom the child to be his perfect mate.
Okay, so we're going to pause because, as always, we want to send you guys over. I know that she's been promoting this, dropping it in her bio and Discords and everything. You guys, I listened to it like an hour ago, and I seriously highly, highly, highly recommend that you go listen. I feel like I think of TCOY as a friend, and I learned so much about her and just the entire process so much deeper. And she actually mentioned that she only puts on her channel and has phone calls with about 20% of the people that they catch.
Right.
So we see all of these videos coming up and we're like, oh my God, this is what she's primarily working on. No, she's working on like 20 other, and I know all the decoys are like that, but she just made so many great points, and we got to know her a little bit better. So I seriously, when you're going to bed, put it on. When you're getting ready in the morning, put it on. It's an hour, and these guys, they have kids and they kind of don't really get it. Everyone just kind of ties it to Chris Hansen. Exactly. And so in the beginning they were like, oh, well, maybe it's just a mental health. And by the end they were like, okay, where do I sign the petition?
Right.
So definitely go listen. We will link it below.
Yeah, and she also gave some good resources that we did add to our Discord resource page. So go check that out. And she did mention also the petition for making the Canadian National Sex Registry public, which we shared before on our channel here, but we just wanted to put it out there again because they only need 5,000 more signatures, and this is pretty crucial for everyone there, I think.
They are so close, and you do not have to be a Canadian resident to sign this petition. They're so close. And do you mind just really quick going back to that website that you were just on? So this is a website that TCOY referenced, and I'm like shocked that I did not know about it or have it linked. So TCOY, sorry, I put it in our Discord. This is a great resource if you have been touched anyway, if you've been whatever the case may be. This is a great resource. So you can donate. You can also, it has an education source. So definitely check it out.
And then the next thing we have is Alex. He went live with an update on this pred, Ryan from Connecticut.
So it's bad, guys. So
yeah, we played the video last time, so we're not going to play it again. But apparently a girl came forward and showed messages saying that he wanted to like fist her and a bunch of like graphic
it was
stuff.
Really graphic stuff. Alex played it on one of his lives, and I think it got privated or maybe just to members. But the girl was sending like voice chats, and he was sending voice chats and saying, yeah, I want to fist you and this is what I want to do. And it's just really bad. And then I guess people are also saying that everyone at this guy's school has now seen the video.
Yikes.
And so it is really blowing up, as it should.
Ugh. Yikes.
But I feel awful for the family. And again, if you do want to donate to this family, Alex did start a GoFundMe for this mother and father. Go to our last video. The link is in the description. Alex donated $500, and I think it's almost like $2,000. So definitely watch the video and go donate.
And then the next thing we have here is coming from LC. He had court today for the 9 guys that were arrested. He did say that everything was rescheduled, unfortunately. But, you know, I think it's going till November 9th or something. Anyways, yeah, he put out this little video. We thought it was kind of funny. It's not funny, but it's, you know, it's a little TikTok.
I'ma make you walk like that.
Got him. Hey, okay.
Musified.
Anyways, I freaking love him. He brings all of the right energy that I want to a channel. Like, he's like my happy part. Whenever I see him live, I'm always in there. I love all his energy. He stays positive. He stays out of the drama. So LC is definitely one of my top. So congratulations again. And he also did say, I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, there's a trial coming up in January for the ex-cop that he caught. So he is definitely putting in the work, like PPMASS, going to these courts. So hopefully we're going to hear of some convictions very, very soon.
Yeah, and I think he invested in some recording video glasses.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
So that'll be interesting to see some first-person view catches.
Yes, he may be mad at us for saying that. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. He won't be. But he was like, I guarantee when everyone finds out about this, every single catcher is going to have these glasses. He just wants the viewer to feel more like a first-person view. So you're seeing exactly what his eyes are seeing when they're seeing it. And yeah, it's going to be definitely dope. I haven't seen it before, so I'm excited.
And catch 236 that he did last week that was arrested, that makes a total of 10 arrests in 1 week. And I know that, you know, 9 of them were bunched together, but I think that's a record.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, let's see who's gonna come up and beat LC with 10 catches.
You know what, though? LC is so chill that I don't even think anyone wants to be competitive with him. They're just all praising him. Like, great job.
The next thing we got here, PvP was in a little bit of trouble on his catch last night. We woke up and heard that he might have been detained, and this cop was kind of a dick.
Oh, you guys, I am pissed. I am absolutely pissed. Are we going to talk about it now or later?
Well, I'm going to play this clip of where the cop is demanding the phone, and we'll kind of go into it.
We'll go into the backstory when we get to his catch, because if you guys are thinking like, well, I don't know, PvP was completely wronged here, so we'll talk about it later, but go ahead and roll this.
Do you have that other phone there? Alrighty.
Hold on. Are you trying to take it from me right now?
Yes, I'm seizing it for evidence.
Okay. You can ask for it and I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'm not ready to give it to you right this second. Let me do a few things and I can give it to you.
Okay. So are you trying to hinder evidence on that phone?
I'm making sure that everything that I have and I need is uploaded. Before I do that, I'm going to give it to you.
So I need to seize that for evidence. So you can't change anything, because then that makes me believe that you're hampering evidence on that phone.
No, sir, that's not what's going on.
That is what I perceive to be happening, because that's what happens to me in the past.
I'm willingly giving you this phone. You're not seizing this phone, but I'm going to give it to you in a minute. I can't give it to you right now. I need to do something.
I'm seizing the phone.
I'm sorry. No, you're not.
Bullshit.
Yes,
no, sir, step back.
Okay, go ahead and place this down.
So I'm gonna
wait. No, play this, because this is what he literally throws his phone.
Yes, I am.
And then pause. And then his little, I'm gonna cuss even though I don't cuss. Then his little fucking partner comes and picks up the phone and just flips it upside down, maybe so nothing is seen. I don't know. You guys, I'm pissed.
Yeah, and I was looking into, the seizure of phones and how that applies with the law and whatever, but it's kind of a gray area. There's nothing for actually seizing phone, like a cop seizing a phone as evidence at the scene. But, I guess there are some things they can do. So they can do they can get a warrant to get the data off of the phone, but they don't necessarily need a warrant to take the phone as evidence. And I was looking, and an attorney said that, the seizing of cell phones as evidence is a very murky area of the law. He said he's been involved in trials where officers have taken cell phones without a warrant and were able to do so because they said they believed the phones contained important evidence that the owner might destroy. And now I know PvP wouldn't be destroying any evidence.
Because this is what I want to say, and we'll maybe play it a little bit later. When it all went down, PvP was super direct with the cop. The cops pulled up, they detained the gentleman, and PvP was super chill, but he was stern, almost like a first audit where he was just like, look, like, this is what I'm here to do. This is what I'll do for you. And PvP, his exact words were, if you detain this gentleman and decide to arrest him, I will hand you over this phone tonight so you can take it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Well, PvP saw that the man was being detained, so he wanted to make sure that all of the other conversations he was having with other PREDS was saved over to his other phone. And in the midst of doing that, there was one cop, the cop that did this, he was like kind of almost like not intimidated by PvP, but he was like kind of pissed that PvP was kind of talking to him as an equal, it seemed like. And I think that that's where the cop was like, no, I'm going to show you that I'm at a higher power than you, and I'm going to, do this.
Yeah, no, it was definitely wrong. And the thing is like I was reading, if there's, let's say, a cop involved in an incident with somebody and there's a bystander recording it, right? The cops can, I guess, maybe seize the phone because they want to make sure that what happened was actually what happened.
Right.
But I did see also the attorney said that when phones are seized, they actually take longer to get back than if you actually consented to give the phone.
Right.
So
and he openly consented to it.
Right.
It is just definitely, it was definitely a power trip, I feel like. And the fact of the matter is that it all started when PvP, he wanted to reach into his sweater. The cop was like, keep your hands away. And PvP's like, bro, like I'm doing pretty much, like, he didn't say this at all, but he was like, I'm doing good work in the community. I'm doing everything for you. Why would I come here and try to start beef with a cop? Like, I'm here to be your helper. And the cop just totally had a power trip, I feel like. So
yeah, I'm on PvP's side on this one, but the article that the attorney wrote, he said, I usually tell my clients that if you're confronted by someone with a gun who said to do something, it's always dangerous not to do it. So it's like one of those things where it's like, he might have strong-armed PvP into like seizing his phone, but it's like, when do you say no? This guy's got a gun. And
right. And I will say that once and you guys can go see it for yourself, but once they threw his phone on the ground and we don't really know what happened, PvP was like, bro, okay, take it. Like, he wasn't fighting them. He was super chill. So we love you, PvP. And I definitely hope, I heard that his like wrist was hurt or something. So I hope that justice is served on this.
Yeah,
definitely.
Next thing we got here is this is someone had told us about this. It's Vets for Child Rescue, and it's a cool nonprofit organization. And it's a veteran who is actually taken it upon himself to, save children. And if you scroll down on his website, he has a bunch of actions that you can take right now. And I think that all the catchers should take a little page from this guy's site here, because there's a lot of cool, points that he makes as far as, push for prevention, educating your communities, and connecting with district attorneys, sending out information as far as like, to your elected officials to change laws to make harsher punishments, encourage news outlets locally and nationally to start covering the epidemic.
Right. Yeah. Like when a cop acts out, the first thing that I thought of with PvP was like contact the news, you know, or when cops don't comply and they have the predators back more than the catcher. Okay, I'm calling the news because this needs to be exposed and people need to know what's going on.
Yeah. And on their website, they do have, it's called CONTRALAND movie. And I think you guys would all be really interested in it. It's a documentary that kind of follows his mission, and it's an hour and 40 minutes long, but it's really good, and I think you guys would all really enjoy it. I'm going to play a snippet just to kind of show you.
Individual basis with other government agencies.
I feel like as a warrior, you know, I'd been a Marine, I'd been a Navy SEAL, I grew up as a fighter, and I realized that, man, yeah, I'd spent the first half of my life going up against terrorists, serving as a counter-terrorist operator in the counter-terrorist unit, and that was a worthy contribution. But as I learned more about child trafficking and the harm and abuse of the most precious and innocent and helpless and defenseless, I just realized that I couldn't look myself in the mirror without doing what I could to combat those who are harming the children.
So yeah, it's a really, really good documentary.
Okay, so definitely go check that out. We'll link his video and his website, everything. He doesn't have a YouTube, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so we'll link it below.
But he does some crazy like busts. I'll tell you that.
You know what
I don't want to give it away.
It kind of reminds me of the TED Talks that we watched about the bikers that go into court. It's like these really powerful, strong, like almost like intimidating men that have gone through hell in one way or another, and then they come and they're just like a giant teddy bear.
Yeah.
So love that.
Yeah. So shout out to Vets for Child Rescue, great organization. The next thing we got here, the last topic here in the community news, was coming from Colorado Ped Patrol, and I guess that his girl's going to be
so I was watching his premiere today because I accidentally missed it. I was watching his premiere, and at the end he did say that his fiance is finally coming within the next 30 days. So big congratulations to Tommy.
That's exciting. I know he's waited a while for that.
Yeah, that's super exciting. So and I guess he also mentioned that she's going to be running, you know, like the Facebook and everything. So I guess she's going to be more involved in CPP. So anyone that is a CPP supporter, definitely be open arms to his fiance.
Awesome. Shout out to CPP. The next thing we got here is our national news. The first story we have is actually really good to see. Social media execs face questions on child safety at Senate hearing. I know we've been talking about these apps, you know.
For the first time tonight, reps from TikTok and Snapchat facing fiery questions from Congress.
Finally.
Your parents, how can you allow this?
Those executives from platforms hugely popular with young teens defending their practices along with YouTube, arguing they protect kids and trying to separate themselves from Facebook.
TikTok is not a social network based on followers.
Snapchat was a decidedly different platform where people could come and actually talk to the friends that they have in real life.
And we do not support features such as comments or live chat.
Lawmakers looking for more.
Being different from Facebook is not a defense. That bar is in the gutter.
Congress could put in place stricter privacy laws and other protections for kids and teens. For example, banning like buttons and autoplay, requiring platforms have a way to flag harmful content, and preventing websites from promoting influencer ads to young teens.
We're open to getting feedback from outside experts and policymakers and parents about ways we can improve.
We are constantly trying to balance the freedom of expression with being responsible.
Some senators looking for a stronger commitment to support specific legislation.
This bill's been out there for years, and you still don't have a view on it.
Even though there's rare bipartisan unity on this, the question is what specifically will Congress do and when, with Senator Blumenthal telling NBC News action may take a matter of months.
You know what? This actually really fries my ass. I think that this is all a show. And listen, guys, I don't get political, but I've had interviews with people and I've seen it myself that these same apps that say, oh, well, we're not going to do likes because, yeah, I do understand that has an effect on, young women. Oh, if some girl has 5,000 likes and another has 20 likes. Okay, the bigger issue is that these same apps are creating things like showing the opposing party when you take a screenshot, or, certain
invisible
things like
mode.
that. Invisible mode, stuff like that. That makes it literally impossible for our decoys to pretty much, it doesn't make it impossible, but it makes it a lot harder. And a lot of these apps just integrated stuff like this. And it pretty much just shows, okay, are you talking to someone that's literally taking screenshots of every little move that you're doing? Because that's going to alert someone and it's going to make them back the hell away.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope for the best with it. I really do.
Yeah, I think it's good, a good start at least, that they are putting him in front of the Senate to answer these questions, because we've said it for a minute. There needs to be some kind of oversight for all these apps for kids.
No, absolutely.
That's like a start to a lot of the issues,
It sounds really great. I'm a woman of, I like action. So now they've said it. Now let me see it.
The next thing is a video here, curbing human trafficking. This is coming from Canada. But it was a good little segment to fight back, against the traffic.
Caroline Pugh Roberts was trafficked for 8 years. She says it's critical to have financial, psychological, and practical support, and it needs to last.
A lot of these women, their worlds are very small. It's just the trafficker and what he makes them do. So we bring them to places like this and show them that there is more to life. We've built collaborations with Goodwill, who will give them work experience on the retail floor, because many of these women have never held what they call a square job.
Right.
Survivors have a long road ahead, but getting out is the first step.
Sometimes it's one.
Yeah, I thought it was good. They kind of touch on, having resources available for people that are being trafficked, because like she said, their world is so small.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, it's hard for them to even get out of that little small world of the person and, the trafficker.
And a lot of the times they're scared to even use their name, because they don't know if their pimp or whatever can find them or anything. So having a normal job is, it's always bad when you look at someone's resume and they haven't had a job in 5-10 years. So the fact that this, is a resource, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so shout out to JT1 on Discord for both of those stories there.
Thank you, JT.
The next story we got here is also from Discord, from Queen Savage. This is in her area in Colorado. Human Trafficking Task Force calls for Colorado Springs Council to enact illicit spa ordinance. And I just wanted to kind of bring this up because I see a lot of these little massage places. I've never been to one, and I've heard all the stories, happy endings, this and that. But the Human Trafficking Task Force of Southern Colorado is advocating for Colorado Springs City Council to pass an ordinance regulating massage businesses to fight human trafficking. They said, we've learned about successful efforts to curtail illicit massage businesses in Aurora and Denver. We'd like to do the same here. We encourage you to write and ask for an ordinance regulating massage businesses so that they can go in and, check the business, make sure it's legit.
We've heard a couple of like crazy stories. I mean, DAP just had that one where they, he went to a catch there, and then 9 months later, they ended up raping a 9-year-old. So, I mean, not all of these places are bad, but a lot of them I feel like are money laundering or something sketch.
Human trafficking, there's something sinister with these massage places. I'll say that.
And we don't want to say all.
No,
Definitely don't
not
say
all. Not all. But, I think it's a good start. And I like that, there's people trying to enact a change for their local city to, regulate these type of businesses. So I think if you're in the Colorado area, write out to, your local congressman. And I think we should do that everywhere too.
Absolutely.
The next story we got here is coming from This is
I'm excited about this. Sorry, I just interrupted you, but we talked about this a little bit ago, but there was no video. And I've always said, I'm like, okay, Discovery Channel or one of these major networks need to get with one of these catchers or decoys or whatever. Well, guess what, guys? It finally freaking came. So roll this ad for the show that is coming to Discovery.
It's coming to Discovery Plus.
We're going to become a Plus member.
Yeah, and it's called Undercover Underage. This
You guys
is the
are gonna
official
see,
trailer.
Yeah, it's so similar to what we see on YouTube. It's crazy.
Ooh.
You guys, I swear to God, with a lot less drama, this is exactly what we kind of see already in our community. So, I mean, they definitely do add a lot of drama to this show with, you know, the boards up with, you know, the lines drawn to, okay, this is here. I mean, it's not super hard to run someone's background, but nonetheless, I am super happy for this. I am so excited.
Yeah, we don't have Discovery Plus, but I can guarantee you that we will be getting the subscription for that.
Yeah, we might do in our Discord, although I've taken a little step back from Discord, but maybe we'll do like once a week. We'll watch this. No, we'll air it on our Discord and do something like that. I don't know. We'll think about it.
The next thing in the news, this is an update to the story we brought to you about the mom that was throwing these sex parties in California. Remember that one?
Oh, yes. You guys, we talked about this, and do you not remember when I said, I'm on the fence about this? I said, my mom allowed me to have, you know, some of my girlfriends over and we would drink a little booze. My mom wouldn't know. I would fill it with water, and then the next day I would be grounded because she would say water doesn't frickin' freeze.
Right.
But nonetheless, I was like, well, maybe that's what this mom is doing. Well, guess what? More info has come out and it's bad.
Yeah, so apparently the parents of teenagers are now coming forward with how they were tipped off to their behavior, pointing to her use of social media to allegedly contact the kids. So one of the parents said while their son slept, his parents said that they saw his phone lighting up with messages, and they found a Snapchat message between various teens and the mom, who was using the name None on the platform. The daughter eventually told her mother about the alleged sex parties at O'Connor's house that were fueled with alcohol. The girl said that O'Connor even asked her to recruit other girls. Prosecutors say the girl was subject to sex acts from boys at the party, and the mom was urging them to do, you know, sex acts on the boys while she was drunk. The girl reportedly confronted O'Connor about the abuse, but she was met with laughter from O'Connor. The criminal complaint also alleges that O'Connor failed to stop a teenage boy from beating the girl after she told him to stop cheating on his girlfriend. O'Connor's son had become friendly with a teenage girl in Idaho through the video game Fortnite in March. The mother of the girl described how the daughter's relationship with O'Connor's son was odd, and O'Connor was a constant presence. O'Connor reportedly even gave the girl a $200 Tiffany necklace, a dozen roses, and sent Uber Eats deliveries to her house when she mentioned being hungry. We were really all fooled by the cool mom thing, she said. Looking back, the red flags were there, said the girl's mother. O'Connor was denied bail for her first court appearance last week, and the judge ordered her to not have contact with any of the 15 alleged victims. She faces more than 20 years in prison if convicted, and would have to register as a sex offender.
Wow. So definitely a lot is coming out. And really quick, I never look at the chat. I did glance over and I saw someone said there are a lot of mods in here. So let's break it down one more time. So every single person that has a channel on YouTube that is a catcher in this community that we believe in, and not even if we don't believe in them, just if they're a catcher and they have videos and whatever, they are a mod on here, so they can drop their own links. Not to be a mod and share links or ban people, it's just so they can share their links. There are also about 4 people that we have entrusted to be actual mods. So it's not that crazy. There are a lot of mods, but it's so that way someone can't come in here as CC unit and be the fake CC unit.
Yeah, it's kind of like a verification badge in a way without obviously having the badge.
Absolutely. So you see people versus predators, you know that's the real one. So it's not a power trip. It's nothing crazy. Don't think too deep into it.
Yes, please don't. The next story we got here is coming from Cleveland, where DAP is at. Man sent to prison for selling child sexual abuse material. This guy's a sicko here. Apparently, Matthew Elliott, 40, was sentenced Tuesday to 10.5 years prison after he pleaded guilty last month to 18 counts of pandering sexually oriented matter involving a minor. The police were tipped off anonymously about sexual images of childs being displayed on a website. The Ohio ICAC, Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, then began investigating and found an ad on a website from Elliott offering to sell sexual abuse material from locations in Cleveland and Lakewood involving children. He said in the post, "I have very nice videos available for whoever may be interested."
Wow.
The ad read, I have some screenshots posted on here of what I have available. Investigators linked Elliot to the ad through an IP address and the account information. And on October 30th, 2020, Elliot asked $200 from an undercover investigator. When Elliot received the money, he sent hundreds of images containing child sexual abuse material to the officer.
It's just like, it's crazy because you hear some of these, well, a lot of the catchers say, oh, I'm working with ICAC or whatever. So you always picture that ICAC is just getting these calls of people that are either worried about, internet crimes, but it's crazy that they have a division that is sitting on the computer, getting on Craigslist and searching, I'm sure the dark web, and just like pulling out all of these crazy, it's almost like it would kind of be a fun job. I would kind of that. Anyways, thank God for ICAC, and I'm happy that this was busted.
Yeah, thank you. The next story, this is a really, really sick story, you guys. Oakland oral surgeon sentenced to 16 years in federal prison for multiple child sex crimes, and I'm going to read you a little bit about this.
We just talked about a doctor on Monday's
surgeon.
episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here we are with the second surgeon in the news. But I'm going to read a couple things from this press release from the Department of Justice, U.S. Attorney's Office, just to give you a little background. There isn't a news story, but this is crazy. It says, in the evening hours of December 6, 2019, he approached a woman and her two minor daughters, aged 10 and 11, in Walnut Creek parking lot. The woman worked as a janitor for an office building and had brought her daughters to work for the night. When she went outside to a dumpster in the parking lot, Laverini Doyle spotted the mother and approached them. He offered the mother $30,000 to buy her two daughters for the night.
Oh my God.
He admits that he intended to engage in sex acts with the children. As outlined in the sentencing memo filed by the government, the mother yelled no and called 911. Doyle further described in his plea agreement that the next day, December 7, 2019, he traveled from San Francisco to Cambodia. He admitted his purpose for traveling to Asia was to engage in commercial sex with minors. He withdrew $10,000 in cash from his bank account before the trip so that he could pay for the sex acts when abroad.
Oh my God.
He also purchased zip ties and duct tape at Home Depot and a digital camera and SD cards at Target. His cell phone reflects that when in Cambodia, he made plans to engage in commercial sex acts with a minor. He admits that he sent a text message with the words, "Is super skinny 9 years old, AVAO."
What?
Doyle returned to the United States from Cambodia December 12th. When he landed in San Francisco International Airport, law enforcement officials seized several of his electronic devices. In his seized devices, Doyle possessed over 100 videos of child porn, which he has downloaded from the internet. Sexual conduct depicted in the videos involved minors who had not attained the age of 12. Violent sexual conduct and sexual abuse of infants and toddlers.
Whoa. Oh,
like what? He
God.
literally, he admitted to flying to Cambodia to do this.
Oh my God, it makes me
And I'm
sick.
sorry, I don't think 16 years is enough for this guy.
Oh hell no. And I really hope that they expand that. All right, guys. Well,
that wraps up our news.
Woohoo. Okay, so let's get into what has transpired here in the community the past 48 hours. It's been a pretty chill one, not too crazy, but we have had a couple arrests and, of course, decoy calls. So TCOY did have 2 different calls over the past 48 hours. She did have this one for a catch with PP Toronto. That was incredible. And then she had this guy here. This guy is absolutely sick. I was listening to the calls. So he is 54. She's 12. He is married, which makes me sick. And, TCOY is always all about the audience kind of asking questions. And if they don't blow her cover, she's all about asking it.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody said, hey, ask him if you guys were to go to a Halloween party, what you would dress up together. And he said that he would be Willy Wonka and he would dress TCOY up as a piece of chocolate.
Wow.
And I was just like, what?
Like, who says that?
Ew. And he's like also bringing like a children's movie into it, which is just like, it's freaking weird. So definitely go check out TCOY. We'll link her below. And congratulations on 5,000.
Yes.
And then next, we had Steph back in the community. Welcome back, Steph.
Back.
You were missed. So she came out with a call today. I was not able to catch the full thing, but I did catch a little bit. And let me tell you what, this guy is freaking weird. Really weird guy. He was saying really weird things, and honestly, he kind of sounds like a serial killer.
Yeah.
I was definitely getting those vibes, so definitely looking forward to that catch.
Some creepy vibes for sure.
And we definitely did mention it, but I will say it again. Congratulations on hitting 1,000.
Yes, congrats. The next thing we got here is PvP. He had, 4 catches, I think.
Oh my God, he is on a roll.
First one we had is number 68. Firefighter wanted a 15-year-old boy at his hotel.
Call the cops. Because I can. If I'm harassing you, call the cops. Do you want me to call the cops, or do you want to have a simple conversation?
You stop recording and
Why?
I'll talk to you.
I'm filming so you don't hurt me and I don't hurt you.
No, nice try, bro, because you're going to put that somewhere and do some weird shit with
What do you mean? You were going to do some weird shit.
You were going to do some weird shit.
No, you were going to do some weird
okay,
shit.
Look,
How
you
old?
have your thing.
How old was the person you were out here to meet tonight?
I'm not here to meet anybody,
Then
bro.
who were you texting and why are you just chilling here
What do you
outside?
mean, who am I texting?
And you're...
He's like shaking. He knows he got
Oh,
fucked
yeah.
up.
And what did he do? Well, we'll save it. Go over and check out the video. But this guy was, he was a huge, I'm trying to think of the word, just trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
That's
Trash.
good enough. The next one we got here is number 69. Mark was babysitting 3 kids, but wanted a 15-year-old boy to come over, and man.
Wait, before you play it, you guys, it's very rare that bystanders will really piss me off. We saw last week when Creeps did an exposure at a dry cleaning place. He was kind of exposing the guy at his work, and a customer came in, and she didn't really care. But it's very rare that a bystander will literally yell at the predator. So I want you guys to go watch the actual catch, but I wanted to play what this guy's neighbors were saying.
Understand I have proof, right? I'm not here just playing games.
We don't care.
Okay, it's obvious you guys don't care.
You don't need validation from us. Just go. It's fine.
I'm not going anywhere until the police get here. I have evidence to turn in.
They're not gonna come. They have better things to do, dude. Like, seriously.
That's unfortunate that you think that.
Like what? Who are those people?
I was pissed, you guys. Like, I am not sexist, but there is something about women not having a soul for this that makes me literally want to go like slaughter them.
Even like ask for the evidence, or if you aren't sure, let them show you.
Right, yeah.
You know?
I definitely could never be a catcher because I think I would get in probably a fight with something like this. I just was so disgusted in that kind of behavior. And there's children in this apartment, and probably those women have children.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the fact that they're just so like, ew, get away. It's disgusting.
Yeah, sickos. Next one we got here is number 70. This one had me on the edge of my seat, honestly, when this was happening. He said, "You got the wrong idea."
Bro, stop and have a conversation or I'm going to call the cops. Stop and have a conversation or I'm going to call the cops. Stay in your car. You don't need to get out your car. First of all, come towards me. I'm going to defend myself. You can stay right there. I'll call the cops, homeboy.
He's like, okay, I'll
So
go
what are
back
you
in.
scared of? You scared of me or are you scared of the 15-year-old kid?
There is no 15-year-old fucking kid.
Exactly, because I'm here, homie. So let's have a conversation. Don't come towards me, bro. It's that easy. What's up? You want me to call the cops?
Ooh. Yeah, he kept
Okay.
getting in and out of the car like he was going
Yeah.
to do something.
Yes, we only play like 30 seconds of the clip because we want to direct you guys over to the actual video, but I am not lying. This guy got in and out of his car probably like 4 or 5 times.
At least.
So definitely go check that out. And I think we still have like 2 more.
One more from PvP. This is number 71. This is the one we covered a little earlier with the cops wanting to seize the phone. But this is the actual guy. It says, number 71, Steven, cops released registered sex offender but detained catcher.
Now. Because I'd beat your ass. Fuck was that face movie? You don't think I can take you on?
No, I believe you. I don't.
I'll beat your ass, and I should. Trying to come out here and meet up with a 15-year-old kid. It's fucking despicable. So why?
He just looks like he's just...
So you guys, this guy is freaking disgusting. So this guy actually had a previous charge, and he's on the sex registry for assaulting a family member back in '92.
Wow.
It's absolutely disgusting. And PvP asked him, like, bro, why did you do this? And his response was, well, I was just horny. So absolutely disgusting. But go watch this whole video below in the link. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Go watch it so you can see how wrong the police treated PvP. I'm pissed.
Yeah. We need an update on that ASAP. The next one we got here is coming from Skeeter Gene, and he's not super like big in the community, I would say.
Well,
he's starting to do a
big.
Well,
That's
he's big.
The weird thing is that this is the first time we're showing him on our channel, but it's because he's had like a 2-month hiatus. He like came, he created a storm, got
we
50,
showed the
000.
ice cream.
Yeah, he got like 50,000 subscribers, and then he's kind of just been we'll play this and then we'll say where he's been.
But yeah, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the sexually charged conversation you were having with a girl who told you she was 14. Oh, you're a little hard of hearing? Well, do you remember a while back, January or last year in December, you're having a rather sexually charged conversation? The girl told you she was 14.
Ooh.
So wait, he can hear?
Oh boy, I don't know. Maybe it's selective hearing. I don't know. All I want to say is that LC MUSA was definitely the first person to catch a deaf person. So just for the record, but Skeeter Gene did say people have been asking him like, bro, why did you get so big? And then you kind of like fell off in the predator catching community. Like, where have you been? And he said that he kind of blew up so quickly in the predator catching community that he's had a ton of interviews and yada, yada, yada. So he's just been doing a lot of stuff on the back end. But yeah, it was super exciting to see
him back. I love his interrogation tactics. I like how he's dressed up. He goes and they're all professional.
Right.
He's really good. The next one we got here is a premiere from MUSA. We shared this on our last episode, but it's number 236. This was his the one that was arrested on the spot. So go show some love to that one. Get it in the algorithm.
And I also loved the editing for this version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you want to play a second of it.
That I didn't take screenshots like the last. Anything else from me? Oh, you still have my ID? I got it. It's in my. I didn't put it back in my wallet.
Sound like MUSA's on an island partying.
We're just grooving. I love it.
So shout out to MUSA on that one. 10 arrests in 1 week. Wow. The next thing we got here was a live phone call from PCI. This was the poop bag pred.
Oh my God. Yeah. So there were so many different things that I loved about this. I loved that Eric, he literally talked like Batman the entire video. And of course he wasn't a part of the decoy call, but they did, afterwards they spent like a good 20 minutes talking, responding to all of their commenters and everything. So I thought that was incredible. But yeah, it was the infamous poop bag pred. He's disgusting. He's literally the only predator that will literally talk about eating fried eggs and shitting himself and then in the same sentence say that he wants to cuddle her.
Right.
He also got really emotional and said how much he really likes Hannah, who is the decoy. And yeah, he basically talked the entire time, and it made it really easy for Shonda because all she had to say is, why? Or okay. I mean, he literally led the conversation. So definitely go check it. It's hilarious, and they killed it.
Yeah, and I'd like to start a petition for Eric to play in the next Batman movie.
I know. It
looks
good
good
on
in the mask.
It does.
So shout out to them. The next one we got here is a live decoy call from PCM as well. This was the spread.
Yes, and for a second I thought it was Samuel, but it's not. It was a really good decoy call, and again, I'm really excited to see these guys.
I know, same.
And then, you guys, I was sitting on my phone yesterday, and I got a notification, and it said 3-way call with TCOY and Samuel, and I am not lying. Well, I am lying. I literally almost shit my pants. I was like,
you're the poop bag.
I was like, no way, is Samuel back?
Right.
And so
there was a lot of confusion on that, I think.
I was just like flying out of my seat. And then quickly after, we did get a community update.
And she said, I am so sorry to everyone who got a notification for the Samuel calls. No, he isn't back. I just made them all public. There were so many of them. If you're watching them again, comment, replay, leave a like.
And to make it easier for all of you guys, they actually have created a playlist on their channel. So now you can go watch all of the Samuel calls from start to finish in order to get the full story. And honestly, I don't see a lot of channels doing these playlists. I believe Steph DECOY calls, she does it as well. But I absolutely love this. So great job.
Yeah. And I think Steph also has the playlist now. I think the playlist is where it's at. That way you don't get the videos that aren't really associated with it, you know? I like to watch them back to back.
Keep them rolling. Exactly.
Yeah, keep making playlists, please. We love that. The next one we got here, this one was CPP, and this was a premiere. This guy got excuses. His friend texted bad shit, but he was just there to see if it was real.
Tommy's titles, they kill me.
You don't have to meet because the police don't want you to meet, right? They don't want you to meet a 13-year-old because it's fucking dangerous, bro. You're you're what? In your 40s? 38? You told us 39. Yeah. Sorry, I just jumped the other road. So do you think it's okay to talk to a 13-year-old about being a freak, bro? How you want her to suck your dick while you're eating her pussy? I mean, that's what you said, bro.
That's what, I'm gonna actually be honest. I didn't write that. That was the homeboy that wrote that.
Oh, right.
I was actually at work when we was all just texting.
Okay. Well, that makes complete sense. Thank you for breaking that down. So
way to rope your friend into this shit.
I know. I would be pissed. Honestly. Bad friend. So yeah, he showed up to meet a 13-year-old and he claimed he knew, quote, he knew it was bullshit, but just wanted to see if it was true. So that's why he showed up. And you guys, this is the real crazy part. Okay. Just brace yourselves if you haven't seen it. This guy is scheduled or whatever on the books somewhere to get married literally in a few days to his fiance.
Like what?
Sickening. Samuel. Anytime I say, I'm like, Samuel. So yeah, this guy's supposed to get married in a few days, feel heartbroken for his fiance, and he works at FedEx. So yikes.
Yeah, that's all bad.
The good news is, though, is that the cops arrived very quickly. They cuffed him and he was arrested. So great job, CPP.
The next one we got here is this one's coming from Predator Catchers PA. This was a premiere. Pred wanted to meet 14-year-old minor, called cops.
Kids. And you
if you don't lower your voice right now, it's over. If you want to continue talking, I told you that's fine.
I'm not even speaking.
Take the lights off and lower your voice.
How are you going to try to control this situation when you're meeting a minor? I'm just trying
I'm
to
not
talk.
meeting a minor.
You were trying
You're
to...
getting out of control. Lower your voice.
I'm
Turn
getting
the
out
lights
of...
off now.
Who is this guy?
Turn them off now.
I'm not turning the light off. Go inside then.
Oh my God. I love when the Predator is just like so chill, and then out of nowhere it's like a light bulb clicks in their head and they're like, wait, what is happening?
Yeah, wait, what's going on?
And then they literally flip into a different person. So definitely go support Shafiq. He just hit 6,000, which was like 6, his goal for the year. So big congrats.
The next one we got here is from Courtney Elizabeth. Creep grabs me thinking I'm a minor.
I like your shoes, by the way.
Thank you. Yours. Huh? I don't know, because, I don't know. It's cold and I didn't wear a jacket.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go. I'm just parked right here. Yeah, I'm right. I get cold real easy.
Me too.
It doesn't help that I'm tall kid.
Yeah.
Why are you walking back there?
I don't know.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Don't touch me. What are you doing here?
Ooh.
What? Who are you here to meet?
Oh,
have a conversation.
Pause. So yeah, this was great. I love that she gets to be her own decoy because she looks young. I mean, she looks like an adult, but these guys are too dumb. So he literally believed it and he ran with it, and he shit his pants when she was like, what are you doing here?
Right.
And her brother asked the same thing, and we'll let you guys go watch to see the end. But great job, Courtney.
And yeah, shout out. She hit 19,000 too.
I know we're doing like all of our milestones just throughout the episode, but it's a big deal. We're definitely seeing our community grow, and it's incredible.
The next one we got here is coming from Justin Payne. Ricky says, let's have coffee.
I felt like I needed to vomit, but not physically, but emotionally. And it just hurts. The shit that they say.
Okay, so
Wow.
I've seen different things about this. I personally am a huge Justin Payne fan, and I think pretty much everyone is. Some people, here's the thing about Justin. He's a very private person. That's why we don't see him in all of our chats and talking. He's a very family-oriented guy, and his mission is just to spread awareness and education. And he opens up and shows his flaws and his emotions a lot more than the average person. I know I couldn't do that. So definitely go leave a heart on this. Basically, he's just showing all of the decoys, all of the catchers. I don't know if they have moments where they cry their eyes out, but I do know that I've heard people say, oh, I need to go drink and down a bottle of wine and I need to do this. So he doesn't do that, and he's just was showing everybody how hard it is to talk to these pedophiles on a daily basis, and to then have to go and edit the videos and then constantly be reminded. So yeah,
it's emotional. It's like
emotional.
Behind the scenes kind of like what they have to go through.
But I think it is good for catchers that may just be getting into the game and maybe they don't exactly know why they're starting, to think that it is a way bigger task than it may seem on the surface level.
Yeah, it's easy to say you want to start a channel.
Absolutely.
But the emotional and mental toll that it's going to take perhaps on you is a whole different thing.
Right. So definitely go. That's why.
Drop some hearts for him.
Drop some hearts for everybody, because everyone probably has these emotions. They just don't show it.
100%. And then the last thing we got here, this was from NVCAP, but Emily, you wanted to kind of speak on this.
Yes. So I personally, I am a huge NVCAP fan, and let me just kind of break it down, and we have to go quick because there's some premieres. But I have been a huge fan of these videos, and I see them on White Guy Wednesday. I see them on this. I see them kind of all over YouTube coming. Alex does it, but he does it with people that hate him, and then they have a conversation. I love NVCAP because he has such a good heart and intention for everyone. And he allows people to come on his channel and have these really heated topics be discussed without them turning into huge arguments that are just explosive and overheated. I just absolutely love that his channel allows that support of a healthy discussion regarding all catchers and subjects, and it just doesn't end in a heated conversation. So I've really been enjoying it. I think it's really good to hear what the community thinks about catchers and maybe why they don't like them. And I want that for our channel, to where we can have a conversation or maybe a debate, but it doesn't end up in, wow, since
like hating each other.
Right. Since you watch this person, I hate you. That's not how it is. And anyone who thinks that really needs to get out of this community, because it's toxic. So
shout out to NVCAP.
Yes, huge shout out to NVCAP for allowing that platform.
And then the last thing I want to say is, if you're not doing anything right now, Panda Patrol Carolinas just started his YouTube channel today, actually. And he needed 50 subscribers to go set a premiere, and he ended up setting one. It's going to be starting here in the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to drop the link for you guys in the chat. If you guys can just all go over there, sub to Panda Patrol Carolinas and watch his first premiere, because he's going to be having a lot more coming. And
again, he's really big on Facebook, so he's just now coming over to the YouTube world. So definitely go give him a warm welcome into this community. He knows what he's doing. And also White Guy Wednesday is also premiering. Sorry, Nate and Ray, for running into your time. But we love you guys, and we will see you Friday. It's going to be a spooky Friday.
Spooky Friday. Drop some purple hearts in chat, and I'll see you guys all over on the premiere for Panda Patrol Carolinas.
And
Thank you.
See you 6 p.m. on Friday. We love you. Bye.
Peace.